Hey everyone, I was tagged by Risa777 to do the 19 random facts tag. So thank you, T, for tagging me. I love tag videos, as you guys know, because it allows me to show a little bit more of my personality rather than just trying to be serious and film a review or being quick, short, and to the point with my favorites, that kind of thing. So let me get started. Hopefully it's not too boring. Number one is I don't know how to make coffee. I know that's probably very easy, and I actually used to know how to make coffee when I lived with my parents many moons ago, but my husband has a 6-cup coffee maker and I just don't know the ratio of the water to the coffee grounds. So, and I only drink coffee whenever, this little camera cord is bothering me. I only drink coffee when we're in town, like at Starbucks or, you know, one of those cheap like McCafes, is that what they're called? Those iced coffees from McDonald's. So anyway, number two is hubby and I never had a honeymoon. On the night of our wedding, my parents lived further out back then, excuse me, than they do now. So we just decided to spend the evening with my parents, which I spent time with my mom and we went out to eat. We just kind of hung out, which is never a regret because my mom is amazing. And my dad and my husband went to Oklahoma to the casino. So they went and had like their manly fun and my mom and I spent time together. So we've tried to like plan our very belated honeymoon. It's been 5 years, but it just seems like something always comes up. We were supposed to go to Colorado last year. Okay, now I'm starting to ramble. Anyway, we've never had a honeymoon. So number three, I was late to my own wedding. I shared this with a girlfriend here on YouTube and I just thought I had to share with you guys. So I was kind of late to, not kind of, I was probably maybe 15 minutes to half an hour late to my wedding. And the reason for that is because I was eating a cheeseburger. We have this place here in Texas called Whataburger, and it's just, you can't go wrong with Whataburger. And I asked my girlfriends to go get me a cheeseburger before the wedding while they were doing my hair and makeup, and they did. And so I was eating my cheeseburger and everybody was waiting on me. But anyway, number four is I've been to Maui, Hawaii, if I can say it. I went to Maui with my sister-in-law and I absolutely loved it. I loved everything about it. I could totally live in Maui. I love just the people, the atmosphere, everything about it. It's just, when I went, when did we go? I don't remember what month it was in, maybe like later in the year. And I mean, the sun was just still very hot, and it was just, there was just flip-flops and shorts and tank tops and ponytails and very minimal makeup, and I loved it. So, so much fun. Okay, number five is, believe it or not, I used to wear single digit sized clothes, and back in the days, I modeled for a back to school fashion show, and it was so much fun. When I was younger and I lived here in Houston, I was asked to go to a modeling agency for an interview and I didn't go, but when I had the opportunity to model for this store in the mall, I took it, and it was so much fun and very exhausting. We had to rehearse for hours on end in heels and after the mall closed for several days, and we all did about 4 shows. We did runway, we did freeze modeling. So much fun. Okay, number 6, I need to hurry up because I'm talking too much. 6 is I love to cook, but not so much bake. I just feel like baking, you have to be so much more precise. I do bake, I just don't bake as often as I do cook. Number 7, some of you know, if you've been watching me for a while, that I was supposed to go to law school this year, late this year or early next year. There's been some blocks in the road, but before I was a political science major, I was an English major because I love to read and I love to write. So yeah, was an English major, switched over to political science. Number 8, Disney store floors. I want those Disney store floors, but in pink. I don't care if it's baby pink or hot pink. If you look at them, they're like red and shiny and they're filled with like lots of sparkle goodness. I want those floors. And every time we pass by, I tell my husband, those are my floors. And he's like, no, they're not. And I figure if I could just do my bathroom in those floors, like I would be okay with that. Okay, number 9 is, speaking of my husband is my best friend. And I'm not even going to use the word lucky because I just feel like the correct word is blessed. And I just feel so blessed to have married my best friend. I think so many women want that, and I don't feel like everybody has that, but I do. And I go to him with anything and everything, and we have just good communication. We're very comfortable around each other, and he just takes me as I am, all the good and all the bad. Okay, and I know PS, I know that I like breathe a lot and sigh a lot in my videos. That's because I don't know if I just like don't take a breath. I just kind of talk, and then it's like, so anyway. Okay, number 10. I love a good barbecue. I really have to hurry. I love a good barbecue. Back home on the weekends, we get together with family and friends, and we just have a good barbecue with all the works. My cousin makes like the best Mai Tais ever. And so whenever I go home and visit, I always ask him to make me a picture of Mai Tais and barbecue, and he does so willingly. I don't drink the whole pitcher, so don't worry. I'm not like a drunk or anything like that. But okay, maybe sometimes I want to drink the whole pitcher, but I don't ever drink the whole pitcher. They're just like so good. So anyway, the point to that was that I love a good barbecue. Okay, number 11, I've done a reverse bungee at SPI, South Padre Island, because it's basically like the chicken version of a regular bungee. And what it is it's like this cannonball and 2 people fit in it. And I've done it with several girlfriends, guy friends, several times. It's so much fun. But basically they have you strapped in this ball, and while you're strapped, the cords are stretching and they're asking you questions and they're filming you. I have a videotape of it, but they're filming you and they're asking you, where are you guys from? What's your name? Are you guys having fun? And while they're asking you all these questions and you're answering them, all of a sudden in the middle of conversation, this ball just shoots up like so many hundred feet up in the air. You can see the South Padre Island Bridge. That's close to my hometown. That's where I grew up. And if you're not familiar with South Padre, it's basically way down at the tip of Texas. It's a beach and it's just, I love it. It's where, I grew up. But anyway, so yeah, I did the reverse bungee and it was a blast. And you can hear me on that videotape screaming and just screaming and screaming and screaming. And our guy friends were just laughing at our expense. So anyway, so much fun. Number 12, I love horses. My husband and I share the same dream. When our kids leave the house and we're empty nesters, we want to own several acres of land and build our home on there, and then have like 3 to 5 horses. I used to horseback ride a lot, and in high school I actually wanted to barrel race, so I just have a passion for horses. 13, I'm not a popcorn fan. You'll never ever find me buying popcorn for myself. But I did have a hot dog tradition where it didn't matter if I ate an hour earlier, I would always have to have a hot dog and a Coke. Always. And you didn't even need to ask me like what I wanted. It was always hot dog and Coke. Number 14, my favorite TV show currently is The Vampire Diaries, and I am so addicted to that show. I have a major crush on Ian Somerhalder. Is that how you pronounce it? Am I even saying the last name correctly? Oh my gosh. Damon. If you watch his show, I have like the biggest crush on Damon. He's just so sexy. But I don't know. I know, maybe that's so teeny bopper, but I just freaking love The Vampire Diaries. Okay, 15. My husband helped me come up with this one. He said that I like to make myself laugh, but it's not so much that I like to make myself laugh. I'm just like really goofy and really silly. I know when to be serious, and I can have like serious conversations and I can talk to you. I'm not like cracking jokes all the time, but like with the 7 deadly sins tag, everybody was so deep when it came to like what you looked for in the opposite sex. And of course I look for a man. I mean, I consider myself a smart woman, and I look for the same in a man who shares the same morals and values. And I want somebody who's a hard worker and who's dedicated and who's honorable and respectful and so forth and so on. But I also like to laugh. But basically what he was saying is, anytime I have a funny story to tell, I can't ever tell the story because I'm always laughing before I tell the story. And then while I'm telling the story, I'm laughing during the story. So he gets just so by the time I finish, basically it's not funny to him because he's waited so long to hear this. And it's full of interruptions. Okay, 16, I think it's because I get the giggles and I replay it in my head and I can't stop laughing. Okay, 16, I am like really running out of time. I don't like the Halloween movies with Michael Myers. What is it? I don't like the theme song. It just scares me to death. 18 is I took a golf course in college. I loved it. I had my own clubs. I used to love golfing. My brother-in-law and father-in-law both golf. Strangely, I married the man who doesn't. He thinks it's very boring, but I actually enjoyed it. And the last one, 19, is that I prefer white chocolate. I don't like dark chocolate. I like milk chocolate, but I love white chocolate. There's just something about white chocolate I just love. So anyway, I'm all out of time. I tag anybody who wants to do this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.